I'm not attracted to you.
I want what I want, and that's a ring.
Weird. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Nim. What's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to the deep dive series. If you don't know what the deep dive series is, it is basically where I sit down, I do my makeup, and I go deep into a certain topic or certain topics, and I basically just go over it. And so today we're going to be doing a deep dive on the Ultimatum. If you don't know what the Ultimatum is a self-proclaimed social experiment that wants to see how many couples will get married when presented with an ultimatum. The ultimatum in this case is to marry or move on. The show features 6 couples, but this show kind of has a little bit of a twist. Basically, someone in the relationship has proposed this ultimatum, whereas the other person is kind of oblivious to the ultimatum. Let me actually introduce you to the couples before we go deep into the show. So the first couple that I'm going to introduce you guys to is Jake and April. Now, Jake and April have been dating for 2 years. April is 23 and she gave Jake the ultimatum. So she brought Jake onto the show. But Jake doesn't really want to, get married and all that right now. He wants to be financially stable and he kind of wants to live his life before he's tied down and married. Something that April brings up is how they already do things that like married couples do, which I then don't understand why she wants to get married, because if they're doing stuff that married couples already do, then why do they have to put like a label of we're husband and wife onto their relationship? I feel as though April has a very skew view on what comes with marriage. And then she says that she doesn't want to be there, but she brought him on the show in the first place. The next couple that we're introduced to is Colby and Madeline. They have been dating for 1.5 years. Colby's the one who proposed the ultimatum to Madeline. Colby wants to propose, but she doesn't want to get married, which makes sense because they've been together for less than 2 years. That definitely seems to be very prevalent when watching the show, is that Colby definitely likes, Madeline a lot more than Madeline likes him, but I think maybe she's just not the touchy-feely type. She constantly talks about how she doesn't feel ready, which I totally understand. If you don't feel ready for something like that, then don't get into a relationship like that. But she says that she sees herself with other people that she can be happy with.
Side eye.
Then why are they together? I know, like, when you get in a relationship with someone, like, yeah, maybe you do see yourself with somebody else, but she says that she wants to explore her options, which is why I'm confused as to why she's even in this relationship. Because if you want to explore your options, wouldn't you just be dating around and not in a relationship? Colby says,
I am worth her whole heart, and if she can't see that, I need to find somebody else who can.
Why are Colby and Madeline together? Like, the both of them seem to have this idea that they'd be happier with somebody else. So I'm confused as to why the two of them are even in a relationship in the first place. And if Colby is considering, marrying Madeline and considering proposing to her, why is he saying that he can see someone else who can, love him for what he's worth? Why doesn't he then just get out of this relationship? It's not like they've been together for long enough for him to feel the need to stay in this relationship. This is just really messed up, because Madeline is the one that didn't want to be on the show in the first place. Colby's the one that was like, let's go on the show, let's try figure things out, let's work out this ultimatum. He can't see Madeline with other people, but he can see himself with other people, hence why he cheated on her with someone that's not even in the show. Next up, we have Zay and Ray. They have been dating for almost 3 years, so like 2.5 years. And she gave him the ultimatum. So before I even continue on, I feel like a lot of them have very like skew views about how life is supposed to happen. Like Ray has planned her life out with, you know, with Zay without even considering that other obstacles are gonna come in the way of life. So planning your life with this one person, not knowing how life is going to end up, I just feel like is so worrying and just really, it's not, you know, it's not healthy. It just seems a little bit weird. All the people who have been given the ultimatum seem as though they want to spend the rest of their lives with their partners, although the people who give the ultimatum to their partners seem very wishy-washy about what they want in this relationship, which is very concerning, because if you're planning on putting someone on the spot like that, saying, I'm going to give you an ultimatum of whether you want to be with me or not, like, then you should be sure that you want to be with these people. But a lot of the people who are giving the ultimatum to their partners seem as though they don't even know whether they truly want to spend the rest of their lives with these people, which, why? Personally, I do think that Zay really does love Ray. You can want to get married, but I feel as though it shouldn't be like a deal breaker with someone that you really love if they don't want to get married. Next, probably my favorite couple to talk about, Randall and Shanique. They have been dating for 1.5 years, and Shanique issued the ultimatum to Randall, which is just fantastic. Something that I actually do want to mention as well is that the people in, a lot of the times when the person is presented with the ultimatum, they seem like they just want to, you know, get rid of their debt, be financially stable before they get into a relationship, before they get married. Because as soon as you get married, you're bringing debt now into that marriage. Why would you want to do that?
It would be best to just be able to get rid of some debt that I have in my past in order to have a great life for her.
And it's like these people keep talking about how marriage is granting stability when it's really not. Like at the end of the day, marriage grants anything but stability, actually. Now your relationship is, you know, being kept together by a marriage certificate and by a ring and how much money you spent on this grand ceremony. It's no longer really being kept together because of your love for each other. When people are together for a long time and they're not married, their love is holding them together, and it's not the fact that now we're married, we have to stay together because we spent so much money to stay together, which, stupid, just stay together. You don't have to get married in order to stay together. Something else that Shanique says, which just does not sit right with me, is she said,
in my relationship, that would make me a great wife. I don't mind cooking, but I don't do dishes. I don't like doing dishes. I'm ready for my first baby. And then I'm gonna have to have another baby a couple years after that. I want a ring on this finger.
And not only does she say that, but she says, and I quote,
ready for the step because you're the one that issued the ultimatum, right?
I do, yeah, I do. And I think he is too, he just doesn't know.
he's a grown man. You don't have to make those decisions for him. Next, we are going to be talking about Hunter and Alexis. Please, these people.
But you're not ready to answer the question.
Now, they have been dating for exactly 2 years. He kind of lets Alexis, like, be the, you know, wear the pants in the relationship, you know. And Alexis wants to get engaged, but Hunter doesn't, which is a common theme on this show that the man doesn't want to get engaged, but the woman does, which is really upsetting. Like, why do these ladies want that? Like, independence is key, love, you know? Why would you want to be tied down to someone for the rest of your life, especially a man? And Alexis literally wants to get married right now. So, like, propose marriage, that's it. And I personally feel like that's ridiculous, because some people have literally been engaged for like their whole entire relationship, and then people are also trying to get rid of their debt before the wedding so that they can afford the wedding. I actually really love Hunter and Alexis, because something that Hunter says, which just I find absolutely hilarious.
I'm not ready to propose to Alexis at this moment. But if I met the perfect person, I would be ready to be engaged tomorrow.
So is Hunter trying to say that he doesn't want to be engaged to his girlfriend? It's just concerning, like, why is he with her in the first place if he's saying that he doesn't want to get engaged, like he doesn't see a future with her? Then get out of the relationship now before you guys are 5 years down the line and you realize, oh my god, I actually hate this person, why are we in this relationship? And for Alexis, it means that you're actually serious in your relationship, which I just think is very messed up, because for many years queer people couldn't get married. Like, they couldn't get married, they couldn't have a legal marriage because it was illegal to get married in a same-sex relationship, but they were all serious with their partners, they just didn't get married. Last but not least, we have Nate and Lauren. Now, Nathan and Lauren have been together for 2.5 years, and in this case, Nate actually gave Lauren the ultimatum. Once again, it's the kid thing with everyone on this show. You know, Nathan wants kids and Lauren doesn't, and so Nathan's like, either you give me babies or else I'm done. Like, that's her body that she's going to have to violate for his children. I personally believe that if you're in a relationship with someone, or if you get in a relationship and you start getting to the point where you're talking about kids and stuff, and they talk about how they don't want kids, they don't see themselves as a parent, it's not fair for you to pressure them into having kids and trick them into wanting children and to being like, oh wait, actually, maybe I do want little gremlins walking around my house. Nate works a lot, like he speaks about how he works a lot, so I don't know why they are even like contemplating kids, why he's thinking about children, because like, what is going on? Like, why does he want children if he's so busy? What's he going to do? Like, children come with a sacrifice. He can't then dump that all on Lauren when she ends up giving birth to the babies because he wants to keep working. That's ridiculous. During choosing week, so the week of choosing, which they literally get to choose who they want to spend this time with.
Who is your number one pick?
Hey, you gotta chill, bro. Let her speak.
This is spin.
You know what? I'm drunk. I'm just gonna say it. My number one pick is Jake.
Interesting.
Which I think is really concerning. I think it's very worrisome. I think it's something to be concerned about. I feel like this whole show, like, to break it down, is very much people who have a skew view of what comes with marriage going on a show to force their other partner who knows what comes with marriage to get engaged and to have kids and to have a wedding and to get married, even though their view on what it's like to even be in a relationship is like, all these people who came on the show have a very concerning idea about what comes with marriage. And as the adults, you know, all these adults are literally acting like children. I feel like it's just so suffocating to think about marriage like that. But to end it off with all of you guys, because once the reunion happened and all that, I'm going to give a little bit of a just a rundown about what happened between all of them. So to start off with Jake and April actually broke up, and Jake ended up getting with Ray at the end of the whole thing. So actually, to quickly give you guys a little bit of an update, Ray is actually a queer queen, and she actually said that she's casually in a relationship with some girl now, and they're really happy. So happy Pride Month. Colby and Madeline, and we all know what happened between Colby and some random girl who wasn't even a part of the show. They actually got married. They have a child and one on the way. So next, Zay and Ray. As we know, Zay is still reportedly single, but Ray got with Jake, as I said. Actually, I feel really bad for Zay, Shane, because it actually did seem like he loved her and that he actually cared for her. Next, Randall and Shanique. From what everyone knows, they are still engaged. I don't know if they got married, but like what's on the news and stuff like that, they are still just engaged and they haven't gotten married yet, or they haven't broken up yet. Now, Hunter and Alexis, shockingly enough, they actually got married. They tied the knots. When I actually initially did my research, they were engaged, but they got married. Their wedding, in all the photos, Alexis looks full of regret. So Nate and Lauren, shockingly, they are still together. They ended up just dating. They didn't get married. They actually did get married. Like, I literally checked and they did get married. So I guess everyone's getting married. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was quite a long one, but if you stuck with me, then comment down below. I don't know. Comment down below something. Maybe comment down below the nail emoji. The nails. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking with me through all my breaks, through all my tantrums. And I'll see you guys all next week. Bye, besties.